Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what I want to do is I want to talk about Caleb Williams and why I think there's a lot of people kind of discussing this. Could he be the greatest quarterback to ever play for the Chicago Bears? Now, there's been a lot of good quarterbacks that have played for the Chicago Bears over their entire franchise history. Some names that come to mind: Sid Luckman, Jay Cutler. I guess you could kind of include there. Jim Harbaugh once played for the Chicago Bears. Jim McMahon, Eric Kramer. There's been a lot of good quarterbacks who play for the Chicago Bears. But the interesting thing for the Chicago Bears is only one ever won a Super Bowl for them, and no quarterback has ever thrown for more than 4,000 passing yards in his Chicago Bears uniform. With Caleb Williams, I think he has the possibility to do both. This team that they have right now has a chance to go to the playoffs, and who knows what happens to get in the playoffs. And if they keep him for a 15, 20-year process with the Chicago Bears, I definitely feel like they have a real shot to get at least one Super Bowl in that 20 years. And when it comes to passing for 4,000 yards, I definitely feel like Caleb Williams, if not this year, I give it maybe by next year, he's going to get 4,000 passing yards in the Chicago Bears uniform. So what I wanted to do is I kind of want to talk about Caleb Williams, talk about the Chicago Bears, and discuss a couple of reasonings as to why I feel like he can, by the time his career is over, he can easily become the greatest quarterback to ever play in a Chicago Bears uniform. Now, as always, all information you're going to be seeing on screen, I'll have links to it all down in the description below, so if you want to go check it out for yourself, for free. But I'm going to go and get straight into this. If you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you're going to drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, the one quarterback that everybody can kind of look at for the Chicago Bears at like a measuring stick is who's the one quarterback to win a Super Bowl? Jim McMahon. So let's look at his stats. I have his stats pulled up right here, and then we're going to go to the season they actually won, the 85 Bears. But one thing with the Bears that we do know of, they were built on defense, pure defense. When it comes to the passing yards, I don't really hold that against them because obviously they only play 11 games that year. If they would have played a full like 16, 17 games like they do nowadays, he probably could have, Jimmy McMahon could have possibly got toward 4,000 yards, so I'm not going to hold that against him. Trying to do some quick math in my head, I would say if he had the full 17 games, he probably could have got around 3,800 yards, maybe with the touchdowns. Maybe he could have got like 25 touchdowns. Maybe little interceptions would have came up to about like 14 interceptions. So not a bad stat line. Now, when we look at the quarterbacks that have played for the Chicago Bears, this list right here has the career leaders. Every single quarterback that pretty much ever played for Chicago Bears, whenever it comes to like passing yards, passing touchdowns, everything like that. And we're going to go to the very top. When I tell you the Chicago Bears have gone through a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people at the quarterback position, Justin Fields is already top 10 in passing yards. But when it comes to Caleb Williams, why do I feel like he could be the best? Number one, we already know about his skill set. We already know how well he plays. We already know how dynamic of a playmaker he is. But when you look at the passing yards, right now the leader is Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler was with the team for a while. Who's there from 2009, 2016. Sid Luckman was there for a couple years. Jim Harbaugh, McCann, like I said, Mitch Trubisky was even there for a couple years. He was able to get 10,000 yards in his 4 years. When I look at Caleb Williams and the way he plays the game, let's just do some quick math here. Let's say he can get 250 passing yards, let's say 225 to 275, so on average about 250 passing yards. I think if he's going to be a great playmaker and help the Bears win football games, he's going to need to get about 250 passing yards a game. Agreeable? And let's live in a world where he stays completely healthy, no injuries, no nothing. That right there across a 17-game season could get you over 4,000 yards, 4,250 yards exactly. But now let's live in a world where maybe he gets injured, he goes down for maybe a game, maybe 2 games in the season. Even with that, we have to live in a reality that he's not going to only throw for 250 yards every single game. He might throw for like 300 this game, 190 this game, 400 this game. He might throw for like 210 this game. He's going to probably bounce around as the season goes on. And with the way these stats work, all he has to do is throw for the 4,000 yards in his rookie season, and he's literally already going to be in the top 20. Now, I don't believe he's going to throw for 4,000 yards this season. I think he'll probably get like 3,200, 3,300. He'll probably stick up around there. For a rookie season, you don't really expect much out of the rookies. Even if they get to around like 3,500 yards, that is incredible. I mean, CJ Stroud just threw for 4,000 yards, and everybody's calling him already the MVP of the league. Like for Caleb Williams, he could legit in his rookie contract, and I think he's probably going to end up eventually getting the second contract as the way his kind of trajectory is. He's going to be a good quarterback. He's going to be very good. He is better than any other quarterback we ever seen walk into Chicago. He is very easily capable. Even the touchdowns, like for God's sakes, do you tell me that the third highest is 68? He should be able to get that by literally the first 2 games of his 3rd year. And when it comes to his yards, he's going to probably get, like I said, 3,200 this year. By next season, hopefully like 3,800. Maybe he could get to the 4,000. And then if he does it again, he's already going to be in the top 3. Now, discussing Caleb Williams and why they could possibly, this all could backfire. He could maybe not be the best quarterback the Chicago Bears have ever had. Year 1, this year that's coming up, he goes out there and he just stinks. Like, he is throwing interceptions. He's having like a James Winston type season. Interceptions, fumbling out of nowhere, like the random mistakes. It almost was like, oh my God, this quarterback was going to be so good. And then all of a sudden he turns into another Justin Fields. And the entire city of Chicago is like, what the fuck just happened to Justin Field or happened to Caleb Williams? Now, I have said in the past that Chicago knows how to ruin quarterbacks. I've said it also about Caleb Williams that if Chicago just keep your paws off, don't touch him, let him be, let him play this game, he'll be fine. He'll do good. He'll make some plays out there. But if you bother him and you try to change things up, you try to change his mechanics, make him do things different ways, you fuck everything up. It's almost like a Van Gogh painting and you go and say, let me try to touch it up a little bit. Don't. Leave it alone. Like I said with Caleb Williams, he's a great playmaker. He's a dynamic athlete. He can throw the ball. He can run with the ball. He can make plays, avoid sacks. He can do everything. And I feel like Chicago, they have got themselves a steal of a player. Them getting the number 1 overall pick from Carolina was the biggest steal of their lives. I think by the end of the season, we're going to be looking at Caleb Williams and be like, that is a future superstar in the making. And by next season, once we start getting into the next season, we're going to be looking at Caleb Williams kind of like the way we look at CJ Stroud right now, saying, that dude is amazing. He's going to be a future star of this league. But other than that, I think I'm going to wrap up there. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy it, as always, make sure you're going to drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. Like I said, if you have a different opinion, do you agree or disagree with anything I said? Do you think Caleb Williams will be the best quarterback in Chicago Bears history? Do you think he won't be the best quarterback in Chicago Bears history? Whatever your opinion may be, leave a complete opinion down in the comment section down below. I'd be more than welcome to talk about with you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do poster and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified second to post. But without further ado, this has been Don't Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.